gone by, it was said that a lady's name should appear in print only twice in her lifetime. Once when she was married and once when she died. Now surely the name of Hannah Nicholson or Hannah Tunnell was recorded somewhere at least one of those times, but no record of it can be found today. However, it was printed in a newspaper after the Battle of Big Bethel, but not a local paper. It was in a Raleigh, North Carolina paper. It seems those North Carolina soldiers who would become known as the Bethel Regiment had told Mrs. Tunnell's story all across the South, but the folks here in her own backyard knew nothing of it. When the battle's 50th anniversary service was held at Bethel, Mrs. Tunnell's name was not printed in the program. It was not printed in the Daily Press or the Times Herald, and she wasn't even mentioned during the service. At that time, George Benjamin West, an elderly gentleman who had known Mrs. Tunnell for his entire life, expressed his great disappointment that her actions on that day were not mentioned. He urged the Daughters of the Confederacy to place a monument on his old friend's unmarked grave at St. John's Church. Soon, the local daughters, including Bethel Chapter, launched a search to document the story. If only those daughters could have located a copy of that North Carolina newspaper, they could have saved a great deal of time researching and documenting the story. Of course, they did not. In that newspaper, not only was Mrs. Tunnell's name in print, so was an editor's note that explained that just before the battle, this lady had made her way through the darkness to warn the Southern troops that the enemy was en route to attack them at Bethel. It went on to say that in order to show their gratitude, the men of the 1st North Carolina had presented her with a gift. While the article did not describe the gift, a war correspondent at Yorktown had sent the following note to the Richmond Times-Dispatch a month earlier. He wrote this: "The officers of our regiment had made up a purse of $225 for the old lady who brought us valuable information on the morning of the Bethel fight." Following the editor's statement in the Raleigh paper was a letter addressed to the officers and men of the 1st Regiment of North Carolina Volunteers. It was a thank you letter written right here in York County by none other than Hannah Tunnell herself. It said, "Gentlemen, in acknowledging the reception of your kind favor, I scarce know how to thank you. To have contributed the humblest service to your gallant regiment in their glorious achievement at Bethel would ever have given me the most intense gratification. But to have won the approval of brave men, to be deemed by them not unworthy, this generous evidence of your kindness will always be to me a source of joyful remembrance, which I shall cherish through life, and now, I hope with just pride, bequeath as an inheritance to my children. May it be to them an incentive to imitate your patriotism and virtues. May a kind providence ever shelter your head in the days of battle. May each of you be the recipients of the reward due to distinguished valor and merit. Yours truly and sincerely, Hannah Tunnell." Unfortunately, the daughters did not find this letter back in 1911, and at that time, as they worked to document Mrs. Tunnell's story and her place of burial, her name was frequently printed in our local newspapers. It was also printed on a plaque at the UDC General Headquarters, which honored women who had served the South during the war. When Park Rice published the memoirs of George Benjamin West in a book called When the Yankees Came, Mrs. Tunnell's name appeared in print another time. But it wasn't long until her name and her story were forgotten again. Then around the turn of this century, some of Bethel's newer members discovered her story in our chapter's archives. Since then, we have told her story and we have honored her along with the Bethel soldiers. It's been 145 years now since she passed away in September of 1871. And finally, the time has come for her name to have a lasting place in our area's history. But why here? Why at Bluebird Gap Farm? Because it was in this area that she lived, and it was near here that her story began. The Tunnell Farm was located near here on the north bank of New Market Creek, near the New Market Bridge. And it was at the Tunnell Farm that she learned of the upcoming attack on Bethel and set out to warn the soldiers. It's our hope that with the name Hannah Tunnell being in print on this marker, in the very area where she lived, the area where she made history, that this brave woman's name and her story will not be forgotten again.
Nice, thank you.
Get a copy of that.
I do too. We all want copies.
All right.
Thank you. Now, we hear from Ed Hicks, one of the gentlemen who was instrumental in gathering research and writing this sign in honor of Hannah Tunnell. Ed?
She wasn't prepared here. Mike's usually our spokesperson.
He's never prepared either.
Three Musketeer trio. But I would like to acknowledge the fact when we were doing research for our book on Big Bethel, we knew bits and pieces of the story of Hannah, but we really didn't know a whole lot. And thanks to these ladies here, Gloria, Christine, Sherry, they provided us with enough information to give us a start, and then we went to other sources, some of the official officers' reports following the battle at Big Bethel. And I feel like, much like our book, which Mike always mentions in our presentations, I feel like that the story's been kind of overlooked, as Gloria mentioned. There just isn't a lot of information out there, and I think it really cries for more research to be done. We don't know a lot about Hannah afterwards. You know, there were stories that her family left the area, and obviously they came back for her to then be buried. There was another story from someone in Buckrow that knew her, and they said she was taken across the Hampton River to be buried at St. John's Church and so forth, but just not a lot of details. So it really is a remarkable story, what she did that day, and the fact that she was mentioned in those official reports by none other than General Magruder. Wrote about the poor old lady who warned them and really had a lot to do with, I think, the outcome of the battle that day. In addition to some pretty strong defenses and some great leadership there at Big Bethel. But she was also mentioned by one of the members of the Richmond Howitzers, who wrote in his diary about the lady that forewarned them and pretty much saved the day. She was mentioned by Lieutenant Benjamin Huss, one of the first North Carolina officers, in his official report. But other than that, I think there's a lot more to the story, and we're certainly proud to be here on this ground. I mean, they own a little 40-acre tract of land right here where we are today. And when you think about what she did in the wee hours of that morning on June the 10th, 1861, taking off in the darkness and going through the backwoods and byways to get all the way to Little Bethel, where she ran into Confederate officers. And thanks to her, not only did she say the Yankees were coming, she was able to tell them how close proximity they were, literally at that time only a few hundred yards away in closing, and to give them some ideas of the troop strength of the Union forces that day. And all of that made it possible for them to wheel around and get back and get entrenched behind those strong defenses at Bethel. But assured their victory that day. So again, thanks to you ladies for all the information that you gave us and helped make our book possible. And thank you for the invitation to be here today. And with that, turn it over to Mike. No, I didn't.
You've done
Quiet.
a good fella.
Gloria,
Yes.
you are the real spark plug on this. You really are. I mean, you're the person, and there's always somebody who comes up and makes these things happen. That's where that spark, what I call that spark, starts. That flash where you get the idea to do something. And it was your passion, your dedication for the Civil War, for the Confederacy, and for Hannah Tunnell that made this happen. And we really thank you for doing it. Without you, this sign would not be here, and we would not be thinking as much about this woman who only had her, or thought she'd only have her name, or her society suggested she only had her name printed twice. The day she was born and the day she died. You filled in that area, that vast area of in between, and helped make her the person that we now know. And Ed, I can't say enough about Ed and With Hope. We did about 90 some of these signs all at one time, very seriously. And this was one that particularly of interest to us because we were doing the Big Bethel book, and Ed in particular did the research, and
This one is my baby right here.
yeah, had the real passion for this. Ed Hicks, behind the scenes and in front of the scenes, really helped carry this through. And about you ladies in general, all of you, that we would not be thinking, we probably would not have done the Big Bethel book. You know, Bethel was sort of would have been forgotten if it was not for your passion for this and insistence and work on making this happen. The battlefield would not exist, the sign would not exist, and much of what we know about the battle would not exist. Now, when Gloria said, and Ed said, one thing that comes across, that we don't know a lot about Hannah Tunnell. We know that her daring do. We know there's a monument in the churchyard. We know that what she did warning the Confederacy approach of the Yankees, and we know a few other things about her. But you know, Hannah Tunnell was one of millions of Southern women whose lives were altered, as everybody in America's lives were altered, but particularly Southern women. And the reason for that was before the Civil War, before the Civil War started, women's place was in the home. Women stayed within the confines of their kitchens and their house and what have you. And when the war came, it was a revolution for women in particular, and the people like Hannah Tunnell stepped beyond her home and the surroundings. And what she had to do, and millions of other women like her, while the men were away fighting, they had to not want to take care of a home, but they had to take care of the farm, they had to take care of the workforce, they had to get into the fields and work side by side with enslaved people, with free whites, children and such. They had to till the soil, they had to do so much work beyond that. Plus they had, and you ladies will understand this, they had the extra worry, the extra concern about their sons, brothers, and men who were on these fields of honor fighting in this horrendous war that cost over 700,000 lives. They always had that worry. They just never knew what was happening. And because of women's support for the Confederacy, men stayed in the field. Now, letters from the home, letters from women encouraging, because women were ardent supporters, maybe more so than the men in some ways, of the Confederacy. And that continued right up to the end of the war. Also women, like Hannah Tunnell, and Hannah did not do this, but many other women did, they went into the factories, they went into making munitions. And that was unheard of as well, women leaving the home and going into the workplace. That was incredible. In fact, if you've ever looked at a Confederate bill, you'll notice that they're signed. All those are hand signed. Women did that. women sat there and signed these bills. They were called treasury bills. Young Irish ladies working in Richmond at Brown's Island were making fiction claims for the artillery. In fact, many lost their lives. In fact, one young lady made a mistake. One of the fiction climbers went up, and about 30 plus women went up, died because of that accident. Some women actually served in the military. Many disguised themselves on both sides. The point is this: during the Civil War, women were the backbone of the Southern fighting force. Women not only supported the men who were doing the fighting, but they kept the home front, the food production, and so much more, making clothing, making equipment, doing all types of vital work, which was the backbone of the Southern Confederacy. Yes, Hannah Tunnell went into the darkness. Hannah Tunnell risked her life. Hannah Tunnell warned the Confederates of the approach of the Yankees. She was out there in the front line. But beside that daring do, beside those moments, Hannah Tunnell, throughout the war, managed her household, managed her farm, cared for her loved ones, and did what women have always done. They're the basis, the beginning, the genesis of everything. Thank you so much.
I want to thank Mike and I want to thank Ed, but I want to say I only carried Gloria and Brenda's research down to Mike and Ed. I gathered things that I had, and I think, and Gloria sent things, and I can't find this, and so Sherry and I went into everything that Gloria had researched and given us, and we just didn't know whether that was doubles or what, but we took it down. I remember that day at Hampton History Museum. I want to thank